Hello and welcome to KGEM Live. Wait, we're live? I think we're live. Ouch! Yes, we're live. We are KGEM Live, the show that provides entertainment and information about events happening in and around Monrovia, California. I'm Connie Mustang, your host. A fun fact about me is that my favorite television shows are those of my childhood. Saturday morning cartoons, Twilight Zone, and we all still love Lucy. Our first segment also brings back wonderful memories of my childhood. Many Monrovians are foodies, and if you aren't one, well, you may very well be on your way to becoming one, because Monrovia has over 100 restaurants to choose from. Today on KGEM Live, we'll be looking into La Adelitas, so get your taste buds ready for Monrovia Eats.
So where did La Adelita get its name? Find out on this episode of Monrovia Eats. Monrovia Eats is brought to you by Hazel Cal and the following.
Well, hi, my name is Dragica Grabovac. I own La Adelita Mexican restaurant here in Old Town Monrovia. Okay, original La Adelita was opened like 3 years ago on Foothill Boulevard. It used to be a big restaurant, and then it was sold and moved here about 16 years ago. So I opened a restaurant next door, and ever since I thought, oh, I love Mexican food, it would be great to acquire La Adelita. And as soon as owner was ready to sell, I thought, okay, this is my opportunity now. And so I bought it about 8 years ago. La Adelita means a little lady soldier. Also, original owner's mother's name's Adelita. Besides classical Mexican food, like tacos and food that everybody knows, we are known here for our spinach enchiladas. Our salsa is very popular. We make a really good guacamole dip. And all our classical dishes are made from fresh ingredients. We have chicken fajitas, shrimp fajitas, steak fajitas, and we also have combination fajitas where you can pick 3 different items and we make it for you.
This is for the mix on the chicken fajitas. Okay, we got our chicken, this grill, we're gonna grill it, and then we're gonna get some our onions and bell peppers. We come with rice and beans, pico de gallo and guacamole. So it's gonna be with the fajitas. And our server is the one who's gonna take it to your table. Corn or flour tortillas, it's a choice. For the fajitas, that we come with beans and rice, pico de gallo, guacamole. This is our taco supreme, beans and rice. And that is a Spanish enchilada that becomes a vegetarian.
Right now, with this pandemic and everything, we are short-staffed, but you can make a phone call and order your food. We have DoorDash and Postmates, and yeah. Thank you. Well, thank you.
My Grandma Frances and Aunt Josie were fabulous cooks. So true ethnic Mexican food brings back delicious memories of my childhood. And what goes great with Mexican food? Why, a fiesta, of course. And Monrovia truly knows how to throw a party. May 2021 was Monrovia's 135th birthday, and every year we take the whole weekend to celebrate. This year was no exception. With pandemic precautions being in the forefront, Monrovia was one of the first places to host an in-person city event. Congresswoman Judy Chu and other dignitaries were present to help celebrate. Let's join the festivities.
You know, this is one of the first in-person events that I've been to in 15 months.
Listen to the music. In the city of Monrovia. You know me, I'm your host, Ralph Walker, keeping it live in the city of Monrovia, California.
Monrovia can really rock 135 years. Looking good, Monrovia. I'm very proud of Monrovia for putting safety first by hosting a safe and fun event. This was the first time since the beginning of COVID that I've seen so many people reconnect in a positive way. Could you imagine the smiles behind all those masks? It was beautiful.
Ever wish you were a fly on the wall? How about a fly in the sky? Today, you will have your chance.
Sorry, I was trying to be fly. In the intro of this show, we have a flyby of Monrovia. We accomplished this through the use of a drone. Drones are unmanned aerial vehicles once used mainly for military applications. Today, drones are used for many reasons, including geomapping, weddings, real estate, and even capturing one's attention. Today, our fly captain is David Palomares, Executive Director of CMF, Community Media of the Foothills, otherwise known as KGEM. Captain Fly Palomares, what can we learn about droning?
My name is David Palomares. I'm the Executive Director for Community Media of the Foothills, and I'm here to talk a little bit about drones. Six months ago, I gave myself an early Christmas gift, which was actually a drone. The minute I started using my drone, I felt the same excitement and creativity that I did when I was 11-year-old. It definitely took me back to that time when I had discovered something. It reignited a passion in me for capturing things and seeing things from a different perspective. They call it the bird's eye view or the God's view. It allows you to see things that you never would have an opportunity to see otherwise. I am definitely a novice drone hobbyist. I'm just starting, it's been 6 months. I've flown about 65 times. Every time I go up, I learn something. When I first started flying, there was always the butterflies in my stomach and I always felt like, I don't want to crash. Operating the drone takes a great deal of concentration because not only are you operating a flying machine, but you're also having to operate the camera, paying attention to lighting conditions, composition, and making sure that you don't hit anything. Along the way, I've had a few mishaps. thank goodness I paid for that extra warranty. The most important thing I've learned is to keep your eye on the drone and not your phone, at least until you clear all the trees and any low-hanging fruit. For me, droning has been a really great experience. I've enjoyed getting out in nature, seeing things from a different perspective, and especially during this very challenging time, it has opened up my eyes to a whole different way of looking at life and looking at the world that we live in. One of the surprising things about the drone has been watching other birds interact with it. Fortunately, I haven't had any mishaps, but I definitely have had at least 5 or 6 hummingbirds coming over and trying to see what's going on. Flyover Monrovia took me 6 months to make. Since I first purchased the drone, I've been going around capturing different locations throughout the city. I have over 65 days that I shot. Thankfully, my wife pulled all the selects, which is a lot of work. So when you're creating other projects, you want to use the drone footage sparingly. As you're about to see, this whole video that I produced, 3.5 minutes, is entirely done with drone footage, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 shots. So without further ado, I present to you Fly by Monrovia.
Thank you, Captain Palomares. You tuned in on a good day. For today, you'll get a sneak peek as we highlight this show's producer. You may have seen him in this month's edition of Monrovia Living, Jeffrey Ramos.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Ramos. Nice to meet you. You might have seen me on this month's edition of Monrovia Living. That's me. Thank you very much, Monrovia Living, for having me. My article talks about the podcast I created, Becoming the Podcast. It's a podcast all about post-grad realities. What really happens when you graduate? Feel free to check us out on Spotify and on iTunes. A bit besides me is that I'm an indie filmmaker and freelance production assistant. The way I got there is that growing up, my family and I, every weekend, we would go see a movie. Every weekend. I saw Toy Story, Terminator, The Dark Knight. We even went to the Azusa AMC 30 and we movie hopped 3 movies in one day. We loved the movies. And so growing up, I always loved impacting others, and I asked myself, what is the place that I can impact the most people? So when I was 15 years old, I got my Eagle Scout Award. I served in a variety of student leadership positions, and I was even an RA where I had a chance to confront and help with emergency crisis situations. And what I learned is that I love storytelling. I don't think there's anything more powerful than storytelling. Every time you tell a story, it's like you're telling a secret. Everyone wants to get in and listen, and you hope that you can create a story that is worthy of being listened and shared to. I think it's a big honor to be a facet of people's lives where you get to bring joy and catharsis into other people's lives. And so I found film to be a great place where I got a combination of ideation, collaboration, and a chance to ask the bigger questions. So what you're going to see right now is just a clip of some stuff that I've helped create. Thank you so much for watching this show and for taking time out of your day to listen to this interview. And a special shout out to KGEM for being a great supporter of the arts in this local community. Wouldn't be the same without you. So thank you so much again. And if you know anybody that can help me out in my journey, feel free to point them in my direction. And if not, well, wish me good luck in my Hollywood hustle. Thank you so much.
He was really good. I was just drawn to it. I didn't expect him to be, you know...
Their blood.
Dad's gone now. Whatever. You and I, we can start fresh. All you have to do is sit back and stack sheets.
You've been telling us to let go, but we have all just been desperately trying to hold on to reality.
The creativity and imagination doesn't stop there. Our mission at KGEM is to promote artistry, civic engagement, and freedom of speech. Jeffrey's just an example of the many artists here in Monrovia. We have hundreds, maybe thousands within our city, and their artistry you may see every day and not even know it. Continuing with our party theme, most parties include presents, and Monrovia utility boxes are some of the best boxes ever decorated. The Monrovia's Art and Public Place program is set up by a committee that reports to the City Council. Through this program, artists are invited to apply to decorate some of the city's utility boxes. Let's watch them in action.
Hi, my name is Eric Watkins. I'm part of MAFA, which is the Monrovia Association of Fine Arts. MAFA brings art to the community, and I'm one of those artists. Right now, I'm painting a utility box that's called Get Your Kicks on Route 66 on Madison and Foothill. And I'm having fun doing it. It's a long process, a lot of layers that go on with it. I've been doing utility boxes since 2018. The Charlie Chaplin one, and I did the one in front of the Aztec Hotel, which is the Founding Fathers of Monrovia, and then the Native American box down the street. Well, for me, it takes 2 to 3 weeks to finish the whole thing. Each one is different. This one, it's going to have a lot of verbiage, words. We have a lot of opportunities for people of MAFA to be part of the community. We want to help Monrovia rise up from COVID. I'm glad we're bringing art because it's our city.
What amazing talent. Well, that about wraps up our show for today. We tantalized your taste buds, rocked a birthday party, sneaked a peek,
Gave you wings.
and hopefully we showed you that creativity and imagination abound in Monrovia. I enjoyed being your host today. I'm Connie Mustang, and I thank you for watching. Please tune in with us again for local news and happenings in Monrovia, California. Who are we? We are KGEM Live.